What's up, everybody? It's Easy Street Gaming, bringing you a war recap. Finally, it's been a while because it's been a while since we won. We went on a streak of about 10 or 12 wars in a row where every single clan we fought was engineered. It didn't fare so well. We played a lot of good wars, didn't win a lot of good wars. This one we won. Got every base. End up winning 45 to 41, and I'll show you why on the first replay right here. Oh, the number one was a Town Hall 10. So this is the first time we didn't get a mismatch. Kind of sucks. What I've found is that we don't win too many mismatches. If we are clearly outgunned, we lose, and it's not like we play bad, but we lose. And when we outgun someone else, then we beat them. And on the even wars, it really is a flip. It just depends on who plays well that day. You know, usually there's 4 or 5 stars left on each side, and we usually win or lose by 1 star. This time we won by 3 because this was an engineer clan again. They had 7 Town Hall 11s, but 1 and 2 were Town Hall 10s. Town Hall 11 started at 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, something like that. So I'm sure in another 3 or 4 months these guys will be dangerous. First attack we did, this was my account. We did a slap, and for anyone that hasn't seen this attack yet, you hadn't played in the last year, I guess. Basically, what the slap is a couple of you either walk the bowlers or witches, which means that you put 3 healers on a group of 5 bowlers or a group of 3 witches. In this case, I started off with a bowler walk in each corner, but the healers ended up going on the witches. That's still on the witches on the left side, and the healer stayed with the bowlers and with the queen on the right side. Pushed through the base pretty simply. What I found also is Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11, especially now with the Inferno Towers the way they are, and if they set them on multi, then it's not that hard to 3-star on most Town Hall 10s now. Maybe with the elite base designs it would still be hard, but we've been doing pretty well on any drop down attack from Town Hall 10 to a Town Hall from Town Hall 11 to Town Hall 10. I'm sure you can tell by my voice something's wrong with Easy. Been sick for a while. Just kind of went right down the list here because they're all 3 stars, so I just showed you a couple of decent attacks. Next one was Unique. Unique does another version of the slap. He uses golems, and basically what he'll do is, instead of using witches and healers, he'll use golems and witches. And he also uses a bunch more witches than I do. I think he uses 6 or 7 witches. I used the ability pretty early, but to make sure he gets through the clan castle troops with the ability, and because the Infernos are set on multi, he can use a heal spell to get through the Inferno Towers, jumps into the core, and pushes through the core pretty quick. And now basically what he'll do is he'll just wait for the Queen's ability, trying to use the Queen's ability on the second Inferno Tower. But between the Warden's ability and the heal spell, he's got a bunch of troops left by the time he hits the backside of the base. So that we're already seeing little differences in attacking bases with multi Inferno Towers that I've seen, because it used to be that no heals worked, so you had to use the Warden's ability on the way to the first Inferno Tower, and then you use a freeze spell in the second Inferno Tower. That's how you manage the Inferno Towers. Not like that anymore. Now, of course, it's an even playing field. Everyone has to deal with the same thing. And if you don't want to deal with the multi-level and multi-Inferno Towers, you can put them on single target. Problem with the single target is the same as it's always been. Then people will use different troop configurations that will just overwhelm them, like Laloon, or they'll use a bunch of witches or just a bunch of smaller troops because they have the build up for the single target Infernos. Works great against the big troops, but not so great against the smaller troops. Okay, this is Sick Lad. Sick does the same attack on most bases that he's going to attack. He has a really good Laloon, and I've seen him do it a couple different ways. He'll use the Queen Walk sometimes, but most of the time he'll use several balloons and a haste spell, and he'll push the balloons in to trigger the Clan Castle troops. He'll poison the Clan Castle troops on the way over to the Queen. He's got a level 34 Queen, so poisons the Clan Castle troops. Didn't have to use the ability on the Clan Castle troops, and now he's gonna use, I think he does a quad Laloon, so he uses 4 Lava Hounds, puts 2 Lava Hounds on each of the first 2 air defenses. They go right over the air defenses. He follows them in with 2 big groups of balloons, and now he's gonna wait to see which way the Lava Hounds break to put in the last set of balloons. And actually he doesn't even do that. It looks like he's holding off on the last set of balloons and to put him over this last section that has the Queen in it. Now this base right here, I'm sure most people have seen this base. It's a pretty popular base design, but it's problematic to a lot of people. I know that taking this base from the ground is hard, and a lot of people start off by attacking the compartment that has the heroes in it. And the problem is that if you do that, the enemy Archer Queen can beat up your troops so bad that you won't be able to take the whole base after that. So this is definitely a base you want to take in the air if they have highly upgraded walls. Just the way it's designed. Now you see that inner compartment how they have walls that are blocking off the inner compartment. A lot of players don't do that. They'll leave that wide open, and that actually draws the troops into the middle, and then they won't go to those outer pockets, and then they get really beat up in the middle, get shot at from all directions. This is he's doing a slap. He's just got the Town Hall 10, but already really effective slap for Town Hall 10. I think still 9.5. Despite this controversy, which I'm putting this video out at the same time. Right now it's set on private. It's the video I just put out, but it's on the Engineered Clans, another wonderful Engineered Clan video, and the 0.5 method. And how the 0.5 method and the engineered method is looked at the same from Supercell. So we are trying to influence a lot of our guys to get away from using the 0.5 as quickly as possible. So if you're wondering what that is, 0.5 is when you'll upgrade your offense before your defense. Most people that use the 0.5, oh, it looks like decided to jump in the woods. That's a new way to come into the base, jump in the woods. Most people use the 0.5 method to start off their Town Hall level. So they'll max out, let's say Town Hall 9, and then they'll go to Town Hall 10, and they won't put any of the new defenses out, but they will upgrade all their offenses. They'll upgrade the camps, they'll upgrade the laboratory, they'll start a trooper right away in the laboratory, and by the time they get 2 or 3 troops done in the laboratory, usually they're war troops, then they'll start putting defenses out, and by the time they've got their troops maxed out, then they'll put the elite defenses like the Inferno Towers, like in Town Hall 11, like the Eagle Artillery, because people I'm just assuming because of how many people were using the 0.5, and it was really, I think it was created to try to combat the engineered clans. People that are involved with fair play clans, it's a real hassle to try to fight engineer clans, and engineer clans are so proud of themselves for being able to win, but if you just I'll show you next. I don't know if I had the replay, but next war, I actually have 2 wars combined in this video. The next war we had, it was a 20-on-20, and we had 3 Town Hall 11s. They had 15. So we're gonna start this one off mid-attack. It looks like this is Crypt Creeper. Creeper came. He was on vacation in our clan for about 3 weeks. Had family in town, and in 3 weeks he was gone. I don't know if we ever won a war, but when he came back, he sure was effective. Let's watch the rest of his attack. What I want to do is kind of go into scouting some of these engineer clans and how you can do a little better against them. first thing is they're going to set up their clan in a certain way. This clan right here, every single one of them had maxed air defenses, and so that means you probably know they had max Teslas too. And when you looked at their troops, 'cause I scouted every single one of them before the war started, as you looked at all their troops, they had max lava hounds, max balloons. So you know that they're setting up for air all the way around. So you need to set your base up anti-air. Set all the balloons to air, all the skeleton traps to air. Set if you have your base set up to defend against the slap. In other words, if you have the air defenses maybe 2 rows back to catch the healers as they're walking around the outside of the walls, you may want to go with a different base design that has the air defenses in a little more. Whatever base design you have, and really what you should have, you have three different base designs that you can have. One of them should be to prevent Laloon. If you're in Town Hall 9 or above, you should have one base design that is going to be to prevent Laloon, and then you have another one that's going to prevent the slap if you're in Town Hall 9 or above. Town Hall 8's a little different. If you're in a Town Hall 8 or 9 clan, then you'll have different setups. But if you're in a higher level clan, all the 8s get 3-starred. Really all the 9s do too. So really you just try to set up an anti-3. I guess Town Hall 9s do too. But scout the engineered clan, see what their favorite attack is, and try to set up your bases to prevent that particular attack. It's really important to do that. That might help you a lot. And let's go through the play-by-play on this last one. I haven't done that in a while either. Just in case you don't know exactly what's going on in these attacks, I kind of just talk through a lot of them. I used to actually tell you how to do them. This right here is, we actually called this the Wicked Flex. This is an attack that we used to use before there was any such thing as the slap. It starts off with a bowler walk and a queen walk. So it has 3 healers on the queen, 3 healers on the bowlers. And keep in mind, 3 healers are not enough to keep them alive during everything. It's not like having 4 or 5 healers that you can kind of, on the queen, where she stay alive through most. You really have to keep your eye on them. You're trying to get them to walk around the outside of the base. You don't want them to go inside the base if you can prevent it. So you want to get the rest of your troops up on that wall and into the base as soon as you can. Also, as they get into the base, they jump in the core. In the core, you really want to try to put the heal spell. If you carry a heal spell, put the heal spell right in the core. That's what most of the time. That's where your big defense is going to be, like the Teslas. If they have crossbows or Infernos, that's where it's going to be too. In this attack, we used Valkyries are actually what's doing the most damage. So we had the King and the Valkyries, and the Witches go into the base. And if you notice, we have the Bowlers and the Archer Queen is still walking around the outside of the base. So they never went into the base. That's a huge advantage. Even if all the troops in the core of the base die out, those two sets of troops walking around the outside will actually end up taking the rest of the base. But because the Witches, they really don't need anything to tank for them. They are tanks all on their own. All the skeletons actually provide a lot of cover for them. Now it doesn't stop them from running into traps. So if it's an intelligently built base, your healers might walk right into giant bombs, which they will stay alive over. I don't know if a double set will kill them, but I know one won't. But spring traps will. They're gone with a spring trap. So a big part of these attacks are to get the queen walk, to get the bowler walk, and if you use the witches with the healers, the witch walk, get them to go around the outside of the base, and then you'll set all the other troops in the middle. Pretty good attack. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check us out online, www.clashmadeeasy.com. Got a new thing, you can actually add your own base to the website now. Got all the new clan game stuff, got all the builder base stuff. Still adding builder base material, the guides and stuff, but it's coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Till next time, it's been easy.